Hey y'all, welcome to the filling station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, y'all, cause we learn and we grow together. With that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at Tesla, and I say so often, y'all, Tesla does what Tesla does, right? It looks as if we closed through at 355.84. We have made this is our, let's see, 4 o'clock candle here. The high of this candle is 361.49. Low of the candle is around 355. So Tesla was trading in this range here where support was at 358.48. Resistance was around the 360.64 area, which is interesting, right? So where are our trouble places for Tesla? Y'all, I do that so often. Where are the trouble places for Tesla as of right now? We came down to this 356.41 bounce from there. Looks like that there was a nice little bounce. Buyers were there to take that price back to the upside. So back to the upside, 357.99. If we should break that level, 358.48, breaking that 359.63, 360.01 and 360.64. All of that is kind of close to one another. So if by chance we break that 360.64 for Tesla, we can come back to this zone. I would say the zone, right? Because that's where price was on this in this area here, which is around 361.97. Breaking that 362.79. The ATR trailing stop as of now on this 30-minute chart is around a 363.75. So if by chance we break this level, we have broken through a strong level of resistance, in my opinion. So that 363.75, if we should break that, 365 is within reach again for Tesla. Let's say that, right? So breaking the 365, we can have trouble again. 366.84, 368.52. Those are our areas to the upside that we could possibly have trouble. Now to the downside, under 355.83, we can come back to this area of 354.70, and if we should break that, that 200 EMA is around 353.43. What's interesting is this 200 EMA on the weekly chart for Tesla is around and I put daily, it is the weekly chart, around 353.02. So I definitely need to watch this 353.02 area. It is the 200 EMA on this 30-minute chart. However, it is the 20 EMA on the weekly chart. If we should break this level or lose this area of support, we have broken through a layer that I definitely need to watch for Tesla. We could very well come back to 351.88 and again here at 350.61. So if by chance you're trading Tesla today, those are areas to the upside and to the downside. I say so often, y'all, in the market, anything is possible. We are now looking at the SPY. We closed at 609.70. We've made a new high of 612.18 as of now. That is a trouble place for us. We've made a high today, so I would watch this area. Let's say back to the downside under 612.20. It looks like the SPY wants to run today, y'all, so we definitely need to be careful. I would watch it under 611.62. If we break that area, and I'm going to try to mark that. I say that, yeah. Let's see if we can mark that area, because it's kind of like a zone as of now within a zone, right? So let me break that. Now, as of now, the SPY was trading in this area, 611.67 to the 612.18. It's now 20. Does not necessarily mean we cannot, still get rejected and come back to the downside. So to the downside, let's look at 611.67, breaking that 611.15. If we should break that 610.76 and breaking that level 610.20, and if we should break that 609.96 or 609.96, I will watch that for the SPY again at 609.54, 608.87 and 608.45. Breaking that 608.45 area, we could very well come back to 607.91, and the 200 EMA as of now is around the 607.72. So those are areas to the downside that I would watch for the SPY, knowing that we could very well just continue climbing, y'all. I say so often, trade carefully, and once it goes against your why, get out. Live to trade another day. Let's look at, AMD today. Looks like we closed at 113.10, and as you can see, it looks like we've been trying to incline here on this 30-minute chart. Where are the trouble places? It's interesting that the body of those candles here, 114.28, we kind of like got rejected in this area, so we definitely need to watch that area, or the 114.17 area. So where are the trouble places for AMD as of right now? Breaking back above the 114.28, we can have trouble again here at 114.61. If we should break that area, 115.21 is within reach. So if you're trading AMD today, those are your resistance areas. I would definitely watch. Again, not financial advice. Now to the downside, under 113.83, we could very well come back to 113.52. Breaking that level, the ATR trailing stop is forming at that 113.42 area, which is not far from the 50 EMA, which is right here at 113.36. So under this 113.36 area for AMD, we could very well come back to 113.01. Under 113.01, we can come back to 112.82, find support in that range. And if we break that 112.52, now breaking that 112.52 area, we can very well come back to the 112.27, which is not far from this 200 EMA around the 112.20. So if you're trading AMD today, those are places to the upside and to the downside. And y'all know I say so often that in the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. And once it goes against your why, get out, live to trade another day, right? So we are now looking at Nvda. Nvda closed at 138.85. And let's see where our trouble places. You see here, we've been trading in this kind of like a gathering spot or a little zone here. We had support around the 140.08. It looks like we broke through that 140.42, which would have been our resistance area. Broke through another level of resistance around 140.68. So that resistance is now our support places, right? So 140.92, another support place. So it looks interesting that this candle here, again, it has not closed. Is this going to give us a reversal candle? Just know that we're having trouble today around that 141.42 area, 141.45 for Nvda. So moving past this, if we should break that, we could possibly have trouble again at 141.64, 141.88, 142.08. And again here at 142.42. So if you're trading Nvda today, these are areas I would watch to the upside, breaking through layers or areas of resistance. Now, breaking the 142.42, we could very well have trouble again, 142.89. Those are going to be your resistance areas as of now. Again, back to the downside, we're going to use those support places again, 140.91, 140.68, 140.38, 140.08, and if we break that, 139.72, 139.58 is where our ATR trailing stop is forming. In again, my opinion, strong support or strong resistance. So if we break this 139.52 or 139.58 area, I would watch the 139.12, and if we should break that, 138.95 is where the 50 EMA is. However, breaking that level, 138.78. So if you're trading Nvda today, those are areas that I would watch for the upside and to the downside. Again, not financial advice. So let's look at Nflx just to see where we are today. It's interesting to see Nflx at $1,069. So as of now, this was the zone that we have been trading in, $1,069.40 or $1,068.58 is kind of like where the price is, and as you can see, it's not far from this ATR trailing stop. So where are the trouble places as of now for Nflx? So this is our zone that we have been trading in, and we're kind of under that place, so we have to be careful. Right now, that $1,061.68 is was our support. We're down under that, but we're back in that zone. So I would use that as my support, 1,061.68 as my support. Resistance right now, that 5 EMA is at 1,063.21. If we break that, we can have trouble with 1,065.31, and if we break that, 1,067.13, breaking that brings us back to the 1,068.58, which is where the ATR trailing stop is. Now, if by chance we break the 1,050 1058.86. 1057.61 is a support place, which is that 50 EMA. If by chance we break that, we can come back to 1055.05. Now, it would not surprise me if we lose the support at 1057.61 to see Netflix down at the $1,047.19. And what's interesting about Netflix, let's go to the daily chart just to see how much we normally move. I like to look at the ATR. Netflix is average now of $57.72. It reminds me of Tesla. That is a weekly chart. Let's go to that daily. I was like, that's a little bit interesting. Let's go make sure I get that. There we are. Because I was looking at Tesla on the weekly chart. Netflix normally moves, let's rephrase that, $22.29 on average per day. So, and again, that could be in either direction. Netflix normally moves at $22 in either direction. Right now, it looks like we're finding support here, so we can bounce. And just keep in mind that rejection could be around the $1,068.85. So if by chance you're trading Netflix today, those are places to the upside and to the downside. We did have a few inside day candles. However, the market was closed on yesterday, so I would say trade carefully today. You know, I can give some ranges for Delta Airlines. It was an inside day candle above 65.56. We have an upside target of 66.85. To the downside, under 63.88. Downside target 61.17. Delta Airlines is an inside day, or was an inside day candle. UAL, United Airlines, was also on that list above 104.64, upside target 105.29. To the downside, under $100.46. We have $95.92 as the target for UAL. And another one that I wanted to look at today was Palantir, because it seems like Palantir has been inclining, just moving up, right? So as of now, we had a high of 120.80. So I'm going to look at the downside to this, and we've been trading in a zone, right? So here is our zone. As of now, support is around 120.28, resistance 120.80. ATR trailing stop, we're getting rejected in this area. We are above the 5 EMA, so we definitely need to watch it above the 120.52. If by chance we break that, we can come back to the 120.28, find support. Breaking that level brings us back to this zone here, which is around 119.88. I would definitely watch that as a support place, which is kind of under that 20 EMA, but that 119.88 is where price had been gathering. That was our gathering spot. So if we should break that level, it brings us back to this zone here, which is not far away. So let's say around the 119.65. You know, price has been in these two places. I call it a zone because there we are here, only to move up a little bit to find, you know, a gathering spot here. So if you're trading Palantir today, I would definitely watch for support areas, you know, 120.28, again here at 119.88, 119.65, and if we should break that, I would definitely watch. I'm going to go to the bottom of this green candle. I'll show it to you shortly. 119.30 area, which is here. You know, price came down, but for some reason we stopped here, which, you know, I would definitely, we've been here before. So this area of 119.30, we definitely need to watch. And it's right where that 50 EMA is. So if we should break that level, 118.87 could be a support place, and 118.66. Keep in mind, Palantir is running, it is moving, and you know, I always say trade what you see. Just keep in mind there is a gap down at the $100.37 area, down to the $84.48. It normally moves $6.89 per day. There is a downside gap. Does not necessarily mean that's going to be filled today or, you know, anytime soon. Just trade carefully, trade what you see, and once it goes against your why, I say so often, y'all, get out, live to trade another day. So we're going to go back to SPY just to see where we are. Again, that trouble at that 112, that 112.18. It seems like we look like we tried to attempt that again here at 112.31. So we've made another high. However, we're still having trouble in this area. So we need to watch it if you're trading the SPY today, y'all. So again, when I look at the market, this is what I see. There's so many different ways to trade the market. What's interesting and sometimes challenging is finding a strategy that works best for you and having the discipline to execute your plan. So again, I hope these videos are very, very helpful. I hope that everyone have an awesome day today. Again, if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of that, because we learn and we grow together, y'all. So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.